90% of the world's most successful athletes, CEOs, and entrepreneurs didn't just get lucky. They had an unshakable belief in themselves before anyone else did. But here's the twist. Most people mistake this belief for arrogance. We've been told all our lives that ego is dangerous, that it makes you reckless, overconfident, or blind to your flaws. But that's only half the truth, because here's the reality. Ego, when used correctly, is your greatest weapon for success. The two sides of ego. Ego is like fire. Used wisely, it fuels ambition, confidence, and resilience. Misused, it burns everything to the ground. History proves this. Muhammad Ali called himself the greatest before he ever became world champion. That belief forced him to live up to his own words. Steve Jobs refused to accept limits and change the world with his vision. Michael Jordan turned failures into motivation because he believed he was destined for greatness. They didn't wait for validation. They decided they were the best and then backed it up with action. Now look at the other side. Countless leaders, athletes, and entrepreneurs have fallen because they let their ego blind them. They ignored criticism, refused to adapt, and lost everything. The mistake most people make about ego: most people go to one of two extremes. One, they reject ego completely. They play small, doubt themselves, and hesitate to take bold action. Two, they let their ego go unchecked. They stop learning, ignore feedback, and overestimate themselves. Both lead to failure. How to use ego to win. The secret isn't to destroy your ego, it's to master it. Ego creates confidence. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? Ego builds resilience. When you see yourself as someone who never quits, you refuse to stay down after failure. Ego fuels growth. The right ego isn't about thinking you're the best right now. It's about believing you can become the best. The world doesn't reward the most deserving. It rewards the boldest. The biggest winners in history had one thing in common. They saw themselves as winners before anyone else did.